Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how exactly to use the new object selection mask tool inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, aka the rotoscoping tool inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. And before we jump into it, the project file is going to be down below, so that way you guys are going to be able to follow along with this tutorial and learn to get comfortable with the new Roto tool. So let's go ahead and jump straight into Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so this right here is the edit that I went ahead and cooked up. Super chill, just going crazy with the rotoscope effect. Honestly, overdid it a little bit, but I was just kind of having fun getting used to the tool. And now that I feel comfortable, I want to show you guys kind of how exactly I use it. So we're going to go ahead and start over here. This is what you guys will be getting in the project file with like no sort of edits applied. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through the basics on how to really use this tool. First things first, let's go ahead and recreate that intro text scene. And what I went ahead and did was I kind of placed the text beneath this sort of line right here in the hill. So we're just gonna go ahead and get our text on screen. So object mask tool, go ahead and move this over here real quick. Actually, let's go to properties, go ahead and mess with the text, go ahead, center it right here, then center. It's like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the spacing. So this is a little bit chopped. I'm gonna go ahead and just make this font bigger, and honestly I like the way that that's looking. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the line spacing and change it to where it looks good. That looks good to me. Everything's lined up, centered. There we go. And I kind of want to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to go to my viral effects pack real quick and just type in viral. Actually, I'm just going to type in retro. I have a retro text stretch effect. And then we're going to go ahead and just drag this onto our text layer, just like so. Cool. So it kind of makes it look a little bit more, I guess, film-like. And I really like the effect, which, by the way, if you guys want to go ahead and cop my viral effects pack, link will be down below. It'll actually be part of the ViralREELS bundle. Highly recommend you guys cop. It's what I use each and every single day to, you know, fulfill my personal brand and edit client work way faster. That way I'm spending less time editing, etc. Anywho, we got the text exactly kind of how we're liking it. Now we're gonna go ahead and use the object tool or object removal tool or object mask tool. Sorry, you'll see it right down here. Click it. And if you click it and you don't have a clip selected, just like I didn't, click the clip that you want to kind of apply it on. And it's this one right here. Make sure that it's clicked. And then you could either select an object, so it'll find objects for you if you want. But if it doesn't find an object, you could also just draw exactly where you kind of want the roto to take place. I want it to be right here, just kind of along this little ridge line, and it'll go ahead and do that. As you can see, we can go ahead and see the object mask right here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and track it forward and backwards. So what's kind of cool is if you made this selection kind of in the middle, you can go ahead and click this and it'll go to the right. And then at the end, it'll go to the left. So that way it'll kind of do all of the masking for you, which in my opinion is really, really handy. We got the basic feather, opacity, and expansion. So the feather does exactly what it says. It just feathers the selection. The expansion, if you go increase in value, it just expands the sort of the mask, as you guys can see. If you go negative, it'll kind of cut into it. I'm just gonna leave this at actually just 0. That's fine to me. I'm not gonna mess with the blend mode at all, but what we are gonna do, because as you guys can see, nothing has happened yet. To make the sort of cutout, we want to right click on the object mask, change to opacity mask. Now, as you guys can see, you guys have the sort of hillside or the part that we wanted selected, but you're like, yo, where'd the background go? To fix that, you guys could actually just duplicate this and then just go ahead and delete the object mask, or you guys could have done it differently to where you just pre-duplicated it, essentially going like this, like when we first started, duplicating over and then just applying the mask to the front one, just like so. It doesn't really matter. I honestly prefer just to select the thing first and then go ahead and duplicate and then delete it. Just how my brain works. It doesn't have to be how your brain works at all. Again, I'm gonna add, because there's a little bit of a camera movement going on and the text isn't moving, it kind of looks a little weird. I'm just gonna add in like a little scale in, just like that, and that automatically just looks way better. Like this is after the effect, this is before the effect. It just doesn't look right. So honestly, adding that in just makes it look like it's actually there. But yeah, what's cool is we could even just move this lower, so that way it's like further down, which honestly I'm gonna go ahead and do just for tutorial sake, just so you guys can really get a look at like what it's doing. So to me, that looks pretty cool. Moving on. So now in the edit over here, we did a flash, and then like kind of revealed the background. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead and rotoscope just the hand. And then we're going to go ahead and rotoscope the actual subject. And then we're going to go ahead and just let it do its thing. Okay, so we have the clip right here above everything, just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and make a cut point right about here to where like it cuts to a different scene. And we're not even going to mess with this at all. We're just going to leave it as is. But right here, I want to do the hand, and then I want the subject to come in, which I'm going to go ahead and just do maybe 2 frames with the hand, 2 frames with the subject coming in. Okay, so now that I have it cut up the way that I want, let's go ahead and just add the effect. So object mask tool, select it with this clip selected. And as you guys can see, it's going to go ahead and select subjects. So it's getting the snowboard, the person, and also it's not really reading this as a subject, but because it's not, which honestly, I'm kind of happy it's not, because I'm going to show you guys kind of how this tool can work in those situations where it's not reading it, is you just go ahead and draw again around the tool, and it does such an amazing job of getting what you actually want out of it. So now that we have this selected, we again have to go ahead and do the tracking, so forward and backwards. So go ahead and do what it needs to do. That's fine. But real quick, I'm actually going to go ahead and move this over some more because I want it to be on frame with the second one. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to the tracker again and just hit play. There we go. Go ahead, right click, change to opacity mask. So we're only seeing the hand. So we're only seeing the hand for this layer. Go ahead and re-enable this and then select our subject, doing the same exact process. Select like that, and then select that by adding. And then say you didn't actually want the keyboard or the snowboard, sorry, you could hit option and then it'll go ahead and get rid of the selection. But I actually want it, so I'm just going to select them both. And then again, we're going to go ahead and track it just like so. And it went ahead and did its thing. I want the background to kind of come in right there. That looks good. So we'll see. So it's like hand, right click, change to opacity mask to remove it, and subject, background, bing. And again, to make this a little bit more saucy, I'm just gonna go ahead and add in a preset from the Viral Effects pack, the white flash in, just drag and drop to both of them. As you can see, it does a white flash, and then goes like that. It looks pretty clean. I'm liking that. So yeah, that's pretty much how you guys use this tool. It's very, very simple, super easy to use, but genuinely feel free to be creative with this new effect. I guarantee you, you're gonna be able to do a lot of cool things with this effect. Like I know personally, I'm gonna be using a lot of my other presets to go ahead and really make special, unique looks. Right now, I'm a big fan of like the white flash sort of effect that's going crazy on Instagram. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. And if you're a short form content editor or just a creator trying to grow your personal brand through short form content, go ahead and check out the ViralREELS bundle here on screen or down in the description below. It is what I use to edit all of my content, and it genuinely saves me hours of time each week. But anyways, that's it for me. Remember, take action, take over. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.